Hi guys, April and Dave here with Traveling Our Beautiful Earth. And today we're going to talk about our top 5 things that we love about the Cayo district in Belize. The Cayo district is the western side of Belize and it's located right by the Guatemalan border. So as you start coming down to the Cayo district, you'll start seeing a lot of hills which eventually turn into smaller mountains, jungles, things like that. The Cayo district is known for tourism. It's definitely a spot that you want to stop at when you are in Belize. So, with that, here is our top 5 things that we love about the Cayo district, Belize. We are currently staying in a town called Santa Elena, which is located right outside of San Ignacio. If you've been here, you probably have heard of San Ignacio. Number one is hiking. It's definitely a hiking destination. There's places you can go and you can pay for a tour. They have a lot of national parks and things. We went to one. What was it called? The Guanacasta. I can never say it. The national forest we went to.
Yeah, it's right when you're driving on the main highway, right as you make the turn. That's basically takes you to the Hummingbird or to continues on the western. It's kind of either you go to Belmopan or you go to San Ignacio or you go somewhere else and or Swartz Creek, I think it was.
Dead center in the
It's right
middle of the
there.
country,
It's a
really.
tiny, probably the smallest national forest I've ever
Yeah.
seen. So
Unfortunately, a lot of it was closed, but what we did see looked really cool. There was a lot of iguanas and things like that. That's the thing that I like about hiking here. There's over 600 bird species. They have things like coati, tapir, all sorts of cool things like that.
jaguars that we haven't seen.
Jaguars.
We haven't seen one of those pop out of the trail yet.
Yeah, every
So
morning where we're staying, we have a hiking trail. Every morning I go down there and I walk really quiet. And today I did see a coati, a wild bull. He's not wild, he's my friend. Number two, what did I have here? Caves. There's all sorts of cave systems throughout Belize. Bugs.
and
Bugs
bugs.
too.
The one that I went to last time I was here is called the ATM Caves. It is really, really intense. You like go for a hike, you go swimming in the water, you climb up walls. I mean, you go deep into these caves. And I mean, this goes back to the Mayan time. So there's people walking through these caves, which are, who knows, I don't even think they've ever gone all the way through it. Like, it's huge. And they're like swimming in water, and all they have is a torch. And when you get through there, you can find actual skeletons of the Mayans that were sacrificed there, as well as pottery and things like that. Dave hasn't done that yet, but we have we have been around and seen different little outsides of caves and stuff. We haven't gone into them before, or yet, I should say.
Number three is the Airbnb slash hotels. There's so many cool places to stay here. We're staying in one of them. Um, the guy that owns the place has lived here his whole life. He grew up in a Mennonite community. He actually built the home that we're staying in. Lots of cool farm animals, hiking trails. And the other day, you want to tell them about where we went the other day to eat at the Nature's Kitchen?
Well, that's not. It's technically not an Airbnb yet. He's said he was
Mm.
just going to start posting it, but um, I was just going to continue on this place. I mean, the guy, yeah, his father owned. I think they own between this family maybe 140 acres, which is the 120 acres of his father's or his parents' place is where the trail is, which goes up the side of the hill, and which is really cool. Actually, we were macheting through it and clearing out a path yesterday or day before. I can't remember. Days were blending. Yeah. Okay, so she's got her weapon right now. But yeah, we were cleaning out the path. There was a tree that fell down, so we were cutting it all down. But yeah, so he's being a Mennonite and being thrifty and doing a little bit of everything. He's the one building these cabins, so he's actually working on a third one now. I think his kids have funded it, and he's doing a lot of the construction of it. So it's kind of a neat idea, and he's got a beautiful property here. So it's definitely a jewel. It's some cool place to stay instead of just a hotel or maybe just a house that's in the city. And this is off just, and we're only what, maybe 5 minutes out of Atlanta, and we're kind of close to Esperanza. It's kind of the border between the two.
Yeah, I think right after we get out, there's a sign that says "Welcome to Santa Elena."
Yeah, so
like
we're
right
really
after we get out of the
close.
neighborhood.
But it's nothing. I think it takes longer to get onto the main road because the road's so rough until you get to the paved road. That it seems to be. There's a back way to get in there too, but we haven't taken that one yet. So, but. Anyways, but the other Airbnbs, you have more experience.
Yeah, we went to like this place that was called Nature's Kitchen. Oh, there's a sweet little bird on our car.
So if you want to get onto the restaurant end of it.
Yeah, and they had a cool restaurant. They had places to stay. They had a swimming pool. Like you could go there and just be entertained by the whole entire place, just like here.
It's kind of like an all-inclusive. It could be. It could be all-inclusive.
Yeah, and then when I stayed here last time, I was actually up in the Mayan Mountains, so you could be outside like barbecue grilling, overlooking the Mayan Mountains. So yeah, and I mean, these are just like the three places that I know. Oh, Clarissa Falls. Clarissa Falls is a really cool place. And it's like a farm to table restaurant, all, vegetarian type stuff. You can actually stay in these like huts that are made out of, what would you call that? Bamboo, maybe?
Bamboo thatch?
Yeah.
Something like
so,
that.
yeah, and the list just goes on and on. Go to Airbnb.com, go to even hotels.com, and just look up the Cayo district, and you will be amazed by all the beautiful things you see. Okay, guys, so going on to number 4, the rivers. We have that I love about the river isn't necessarily just the river itself, but it's what the river brings. So if you're on the river, you will see things like otters, crocodile, all those bird species. You can see, what else? The jaguar, monkeys, all the animals flock to the water. So anytime you're by the river, that's where you're going to see the majority of wildlife.
But we didn't see any of it.
We saw the birds.
We saw birds, yeah. But no mammals or amphibians.
Our experience.
Relatives.
Yeah.
They were basically just, if someone shows up, just give me a call. I'll bring a canoe to you.
Yeah, he's like, do you want to talk to Tony? I'm like, okay, and he picks up his phone and like hands it to me. I'm like, okay.
So 10 minutes later, he showed up with a canoe, put it in the water, and
really nice guy.
Go as far as you want. You can go as long. Just give me an approximate idea when you're going to be back.
Yeah. Yeah, he was really like, and how much did he charge us?
It was like $35 for the
Belizean or U.S.
That was U.S. As long as we wanted to go.
Couple rapids on the way up, and nothing major, but enough that you had to either paddle really hard or get out and walk it shoreline, and then. But it was, we got through 2 of them. The third one was a little bit more brutal, but it was not horrible. So it was not like you're going in a Colorado River or anything.
Yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite things we did, and for the price, like if you go downtown San Ignacio and you start pricing out tours and stuff, you're looking at like U.S. at least $60 a person. So for us to both take a canoe as long as we possibly wanted, sometimes you're better off to not look on the internet and just go somewhere and just talk to a local, and they'll be like, yeah, and sometimes that ends up being the best bet, so I would highly recommend doing that. If I come again, I'm going to rent a canoe from him at least once.
On to number 5 is history and culture. The Mayans lived here a very, very long time. Was it 1900 BC-ish?
Yeah, 2,000 years before Christ, if you want to call it. But it's actually not the Aztecs. The Aztecs their influence came in later, but the Aztecs are actually more Mexican. Down here in Central America, it's mostly Mayan, even though might be some Aztec influences, but the majority of the people down here are Mayan descent.
Yeah, actually, I wrote down the different groups of people.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pronounce
I know.
Okay,
there's
so we
a
have
ton of different...
The Mestizo? Mestizo, that's the most of the people here.
Right.
And then the Maya culture, Creole, Garfuna.
Boy, we're going to butcher all these. Apologize to the people.
And the Mennonites, which is,
right, which are not Mayan, obviously, descent. They're from, I think the U.S.
Europe, U.S.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
So I mean, our what did he say? Pennsylvania. I think I think his family might have came from Pennsylvania back in the '60s when he
Right.
bought this property, but still.
Well, yeah, and
They comprise about 10% of the population here, and they contribute a lot of the agriculture,
agricultural
the dairy, the farming, obviously craftsmanship. I mean, they
Mm.
build. Hence the reason why this house looks like a lot of the ones that you can buy as kits or
They make
prefab.
them. Yeah.
They look just like this, so it's basically the same kind of thing. So that's what they contribute. So they are a contributing factor to the Belizean culture
Yeah.
and economy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And when you have all those different cultures, you have all those different foods. You know, I was talking about different places to stay in restaurants that what was it called? Healthy Kitchen? Was that what it's called? Nature's Kitchen.
Nature's Kitchen, yes.
They-
In the Maya Mountain Resort, I believe
Yeah.
is the name of his resort.
They not only
Another
serve
U.S.
you
citizen.
all the different cultures of food, they will actually teach you how to cook them. So,
Right.
you know,
Cooking
with
classes
lots
and
of
stuff.
culture comes lots of different types of food. So, you know, that opens up a lot of things.
Right. And the weirdest thing is the only menu that we saw that was actually in U.S. dollars, not Belizean dollars, which, I mean, maybe because the owner and maybe the majority of the people that come to his resort are visitors or tourists. You must not get a lot of locals
Yeah.
because it wasn't in Belizean
Well-
dollars, which is very strange. Which makes me wonder. The first time we went there, I think we didn't pay enough, but they gave us a change back,
Well,
so I assume I paid
yeah.
the right way. But
We didn't know.
so, anyways,
But
the food was
yeah.
good, and the company was good. The people there, the chef that was there she was really nice. Her husband, they
Such
took us
nice
through a
people.
tour of the place. I
We were
mean,
there
keep on
for
talking about
yeah,
that place, but
2
it's cool.
hours
I would
talking to
definitely go.
people. And they're only
yeah.
on hotels.com.
Right,
but
until maybe a couple
I
days
think
from now.
that we kind of talked them. Kind of thinking about switching over to Airbnb. I was
Yeah,
like,
or adding that to his
go
list
for
of
it. Yeah.
sources, but you were talking.
what was our top 5? I thought
Yeah,
there was
was
one
there?
more. Yeah, that's why I always take notes.
Yeah.
We get a little off.
I don't think there was
off
anything
topic.
else on the culture, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's you know, from the BC era, it goes all the way back there.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can just be walking around here and find like pottery and stuff like that. Like it's everywhere. Like the history is it's rich and it's everywhere, and it's not like it's so long ago, but you can connect to it so easily, and it's
Right.
really cool. Even on our hiking trail, there's a Mayan food storage
oh yeah,
just
the
on our property.
old
like-
refrigerator, Mayan refrigerator, basically, which is a hole in the ground. It's a cave. They found some
Yeah.
limestone and dug out an area, and it's just a small little thing. So obviously, if anyone knows anything about underground storage, but typically when you go below the surface between I think 3 and 5 feet, or at least 3 feet down, the average temperature is roughly 55 degrees, which simulates a refrigerator situation. So that's how they store their food. Obviously, you dig a hole, and I mean, people still do it.
And I mean, you think that's just like on our hiking trail. Like, there's so many places like that. And in the U.S., you're thinking like 1900 BC, like how long ago that was. Like in the U.S., like you have something like from the Pilgrims, and it's like they practically turn it into a museum. But
Right.
here, it's like we're climbing up ruins. You know, like
Right.
we're touching things. We're literally touching skeletons, and it's they're very laid back about it. You know, they do have people guarding like a lot of the sites and stuff, but they want you to experience it. They want you to be a part of it, and you're not gonna find that almost anywhere. Like.
Right. We did go to 2 sites. One right on the Guatemalan border, and
Yeah.
the other one was actually right in San Ignacio. It's just a smaller site, Cajal Pech,
Little
I think
one,
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was really cool. I'm a big history guy, so
Yeah.
I dig right into that stuff. But,
Yeah, we
I
got a tour guide. Do you know how to pronounce that one?
mean, no. I mean, it started with a Z or an X. Z.
X?
X? Can't even try, but it's by the Guatemalan border, right on the Western Highway.
You can see
So-
Guatemala from the top.
Right, that's close as we got to Guatemala because I'm a chicken, so I didn't go over there. So.
Yeah.
But anyways, but I mean,
The more I come back here, you know, this is my second time here, the more I realize there's so much to do. You know, at first you're like, oh, you'll go do the expensive touristy things, but then you start finding these little side things. You can do cooking class. They have holistic medicine classes. They have, you know, just so many like little side things that you didn't know even existed, and you can come here and be entertained for a long time. But
right.
We done?
Yep. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.